next guest is responsible for one of the biggest Aussie earworm songs of all time, Buses and Trains. Tania Doko is one half of Bachelor Girl, the duo behind the mega hit Buses and Trains in the 90s. And she's back in Australia after more than a decade living overseas. She's one of 15 inspiring Australian women featured in a very special book by our own Sandra Sully to celebrate International Women's Day, a gender-empowering Australian women. And she's here today with some brand new music. Welcome, Tania. How are you?
Great. So good to see you.
Great.
Yes.
Now, we know you for your beautiful songs, of course, but you've also got a long history of working with troubled youth. Now, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Angela, you know, back in the day, there was only so much I could get out of free clothes and getting into nightclubs for free. And so I was always looking for something else and to give back. And it was actually, often it was, I would probably get more out of it than the youth. But I did a criminology degree at Melbourne Uni. I know. And I ended up using it, you know, indirectly, but through the profile of Bachelor Girl. And Permission to Shine, Buses and Trains, Treat Me Good, they all sort of had meaning to these kids in prison and at-risk kids.
That is fascinating. And you're actually performing at the International Women's Day Gala dinner in Sydney on Friday night. So if you could wave a magic wand and change one thing for women, what would it be?
Where do I start? Well, I think the most in my face thing is that living in Sweden, it's quite a socialist society. Yeah. Pros and cons to that, but there's a lot of pros in that they pay more tax, but they get a lot for their bank, you know. And affordable daycare is. If I told you how cheap it is...
Tell me.
You want to kill me.
Tell me, just so I can stop.
$200 a month for full-time daycare.
$200 a month?
It's actually crazy, and it's a very, very high standard. So a creative like me, with wages...
And the childcare workers are paid well?
Childcare workers are paid pretty well.
Wow.
And also you get a thing called mama penga maternity leave, so 70 to 80% of your wage... you know, comes back to you. So, you know, for a creative like me, with, you know, up and down wages and instability of the music industry, I was able to get back into the workforce very quickly and not worry about the financial side. And it means that a lot of women don't fall out of the workforce, you see, because everybody can afford it. And therefore, you have this equality that really works over there. So, yeah, that would be my magic wand to our policies over here. Even if we pay a little more tax, we know where it's going, or we need to prioritise it.
Certainly, I agree with you 100% on prioritising it because it matters.
It does.
Now, what are you going to be singing for us today, and what's the meaning behind the song?
Well, Piece of Me was my Eurovision Australia Decides entry I did a few weeks ago. But,
because,
you know,
of course, you were one of the finalists.
That's right, I was, and I survived that. It was a lot of fun. But, you know, now with, you know, International Women's Week, and we're all living in this crazy, fast-paced, technological world, but in terms of this week particularly, it's making me think about, you know, who empowers you, who empowers... And hopefully there's some men in the mix, you know, like, who's the person in your life, and presumably, you know, we have to coexist with men and hopefully thrive with them. You know, hopefully there's some that empower you, and you know, that will make the difference ultimately if we work with them. And one of the questions in this wonderful book that Sandra Sully and Phil Hart has compiled is, what's men's role in Me Too? And we have to work with them, whether we like it or not. Yeah. We need to work with them, and it ultimately will make the world a better place.
And there are some very, very good men out there who are.
Of course there are. I mean, all
cause.
the Swedish men are extremely metrosexual, and all my male Australian friends are like that too, so bring it on.
Bring it on. Well, Bachelor Girl is touring around the country in May. Why don't you go and get set up to do your song, and I'll get the dates out to the people. If you do want to go and see them, you can go to bachelorgirl.com.au. No, so bachelorgirl.com, lose the AU. We'll be learning more about agenda empowering Australian women with Sandra Sully when she comes on the show a little bit later. But right now, it's over to you, Tania. Thank you.
Cheap talk, just another sorry excuse. For sure, looking like I never come through. I say no one loves me better than you. Oh no, blame one who's keeping me sane. Ever wonder what it feels like standing in the center of the spotlight, always looking out from the inside when all I really want is you. Hey, for all the times that we can't change, and be the one that say it's too late. Every single day I got you, babe. You're the one who sees me through. Oh, and everybody wants a little piece of me, 'cause they love how it feels, but all I wanna do is give it all to you, 'cause I know that it's real. You hide the strain. You help me find my feet again. When I scream, you save. Oh, always looking out from the inside. It's you, 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 you. Can't change, but it's not too late, no. I got you, babe. You're the one who sees me through. Whoa, and everybody wants a little piece of me, 'cause they love how it feels, but all I wanna do is give it all to you, 'cause I know that it's real, so I give you every little piece of me.